Good morning everyone and welcome to the semi-finals of the singles of the 36th annual AEBF Nationals. We've got a all Victorian affair and an all Tassie affair, the semi-finals. Alex Pace and Cale Barrett just started their match. And we're just waiting for Butters and Ben Noonan to kick theirs off. There's also the women's and the masters semi-finals all at the same time. So Cale's on and out here on the yellow balls. Ball's went quite well. Should be taking the one into the middle.
20 seconds.
Touch short there on the position. Might need to cannon into the black here to hold. He's played that really well. Ben Noonan with a big break. These tables have been breaking really well. A little bit short there for Cale. Just snookered himself. It's a bit unfortunate. Meanwhile, Benny's cleaning up the yellows. Typical Ben Noonan style.
20 seconds. Foul. 2 pieces.
Great hit by Cale. Oh, it was a foul. Must have touched the yellow. It's good to see Ben Noonan back in the semi-finals at the business end. It's a great player to watch. think Ben might have landed a little bit too straight on this yellow. Might not be able to get really close to the black. Get a half table shot. Something like that. Good start from Ben. Alex looks to be going 1-0 up as well. Let's see what Bell Butters is breaking. Uh-oh. That's unfortunate. Yeah, those look real nice here too. You can use the one over the middle on the left hand side to nudge the one on the rail just below it, or on top of it as we say. Or not.
Ball spot.
Shot, Ben. Field choice of 2 yellows here.
Time run.
Now he's going to want to land fairly straight on the rail ball, but I don't want to go in off in the middle.
Red ball's nominated. 20 seconds. Red ball's in play.
Just missed. Not a bad shot for Butters. Covering up that yellow. Trying to get it out again. Things are getting harder now. I think it's time to pull up here. He doesn't agree.
Time run.
Not really on a red. Alex is on a nice out on the right table. Just needs to drop this rail in the right middle.
20 seconds.
Still doesn't have a pot on. Sorry if I'm not loud enough, but there's a women's match going on, like 1 metre, so just trying to be respectful to the players. Great hit, Ben. We got the man himself here. Jamie Stevens is joining the commentary booth.
Sorry I'm a bit late, folks. Mornings and me don't agree very well. And Benny off to a 2-0 flyer.
Yeah.
Same as Pacey.
Yeah, they're both playing well.
Yeah, I found it hard to pick winners in both these matches. I think it sort of depended a lot on the break and how the ball split, especially for the Tassie boys. I think the ball split well. Alex is probably slight favourite because he's been going berserk on everyone.
He's made 2 outs to start with.
And these middle tables definitely suit him as well. They're playing slightly more open in the outer tables. Newer cloth.
And his first frame was one further bang sort of thing.
And a pretty average break from Benny there, really. He just sort of threw the cue at it without too much effort. I think it's probably Benny's biggest weakness in his game is his break. It's never been a real strong point for him.
It's like there's not enough yellows to do stuff with.
Yeah, the one he just pot was the one that had the angle to go into the cluster on the left side, but he wants to deal with his dead ball that he just tried to double first. He's just unfortunately for him killed it to the other rail.
Come on, Nick.
Big break from Kale, he finds a ball. He's got a big break for a small unit.
I don't think he's got a starter.
I think you're right, I don't think he does either. Well, nothing, at least he can choose the ball he pot, but I think I prefer reds.
Time run.
Yeah.
Oh, Butters is thought he'd found it enough, but he's alright. He's got angle here to get into this cluster, but once again he's got that yellow on its own. Top right of the table, which could potentially be a problem.
Oh dear.
Caught the yellow.
Reds. Red ball's nominated.
I think Butters needs to be a little careful of
Open table.
it's his style, but playing over aggressive, especially when balls are clustered like this.
He'll just cover here. Oh wow.
Well, he's tried to cover. They're not easy to cover when you're hitting them along the rails on these tables. I know it sounds funny, but they just swallow them up a bit better than some of the outer tables.
20 seconds.
And the reason that was harder to cover as well is because he wanted to clear the red, which means he had to hit it pretty accurately along the rail.
Yeah. What do you do now? You can take the double, but then you got nothing.
I was just going to say, he might have the yellow off the bottom red next shot.
Yeah.
20 seconds.
But don't be surprised if Benny puts a ball over the hole. Not that he's known for it, and a lot of the time when he tries to put a ball over the hole, he pots it, or he misses it by 4 foot. But to me, putting a ball over the left pocket is a frame-winning shot. And he's done the same thing, except he's just done it a different way. It's a good shot.
Beautiful.
Wouldn't surprise me if Butters actually played ball on ball here at pace. Pot the one over the hole and try and flick the other one away from the pocket. Give him 2. Yeah, just like that. That's a good shot. There's not a lot else he could have done there, I think. Probably a bit unfortunate leaving him bang on in the middle, but I think to at least half stay alive in this frame, he had to do that.
Wow.
That's a really good shot.
Great cue power.
And if you aren't already aware and you want to watch the women play, you don't have to just watch them in the background there. We've got 2 channels going. Just go to the other YouTube live feed on the AEBF website and you can check the girls out.
You playing up the rail?
You could choose to just kick them all out in one shot as well and finish with a second visit. Yeah. He's actually filthy with that. Yeah, I actually was watching, obviously, Benny and Butters. I didn't actually see how Carl got on this out. Well, surely, did he pot it open it, did he?
I think he might have, yeah.
It's a big effort from where he was. It's a good shot.
Maybe that's touching ball.
And if it is, and he can find his way in behind the 2 reds at the top of the table, he's misjudged that badly. I shouldn't say badly. He probably just wanted to miss the middle. So, Kale. Kale, that's very uncharacteristic. And Pacey's going to swallow these. As I say that, he decides, no, I'll just give you one more shot.
Take a full table double for Kale.
Yeah, I don't know if he'll take it in the top right. I think it's easy to play top left. And it's also a bigger pocket, bigger opening. Pretty important for Butters to get these balls, and they're not simple. This ball down the rail can be missed. Although, I must say, being playing in the team, or being in the same team with Butters, like managing the team, he's not missing a lot of these balls down the rail.
I saw him drill one down the rail yesterday.
You saw him draw one?
I drill one.
Well, he's actually hit that pretty well, you know. Kale's just decided to play a less aggressive shot, just trying to play containing safety.
Nice shot by Ben to hold the white for that red off the yellow.
He looks good, Benny. He's not a morning player either, so I think when he would have got the first couple of frames, he would have thought that Christmas had arrived.
Apparently my microphone is inaudible. I think my mic volume needs to go up because people in the comments.
That's a good shot from Benny as well. He's landed perfect on that black and he's off to a flyer. Kale misses the snooker escape. gives Alex 2, and it's looking like 3 all on both tables and very shortly.
Might take him on the double.
So there's absolutely no need to play this double whatsoever.
That was a shot to nothing and snooker behind the black.
He's got 2 shots.
Oh, okay.
So there was absolutely no need to play that, but being the aggressive player at the pace he is, he just says, no, I'll just bang this in. It looks good when you get him, but you look like a bit of a goose when you spray it and it goes dead on the rail. Oh, well, we've seen a few of them. They must be starting to tighten up a little, the pockets. They were swallowing them off the jaws at the start of the tournament, but obviously there's been a bit of wear.
How's this break from Butters?
Oh, wow.
He's happy with that.
Well, he'd be happy that he hasn't put a ball. Just been a question about the schedule and how it all runs. Like, the singles actually didn't actually get all played in one weekend, I think, last year as well. There was one year in Canberra where they played it at the start, and it was the most horrible schedule ever produced. The atmosphere in the room was practically zero. I don't think having the single semi-finals on at 9 a.m. is ideal. There's practically no one in the room, except for obviously the guys who are supporting their teammates. But
so you play the team matches in the morning and then the singles at night?
Look, traditionally, they play Masters matches in the morning, then the girls, then the guys. Now, the Masters get up early. They always get out of bed early, so have them playing in the morning. I'm gonna just troll the hell out of this next comment. I'm gonna say the girls are used to getting up early in the morning to deal with the kids and cook their men breakfast. I only said that because Nicole Welsh can hear me. But in reality, though, the real showcase is the Open Teams event, which is played in the evening.
Yeah.
But I think the players like the schedule of the singles being split over the duration of the tournament. It's actually been a pretty brutal schedule for some guy. Like Butters yesterday played singles and then he played the plate.
Yeah.
And he had a small gap, and then we had 2 teams matches. He had a really long day.
Did it affect him, or is he good?
He still played pretty solid throughout the day. I mean, he probably missed a couple of balls he might not have if he had not had them, but that's been super critical of the bloke. As I said, I think he's playing really good pool at the moment. I think the schedule last year was good. I'm not as big a fan of it this year.
That was a great shot from Ben.
Big break from Pacey as well. It's hard to choose which table to commentate. They're both pretty explosive sort of matches.
Do you reckon that red goes under the yellow on the left-hand side table?
I don't think it does. Which means it probably does, because I said it doesn't. You know what? It probably does, you know.
20 seconds.
I can't actually see the table to tell. It's actually a decent area away from us.
If it's not, he'll do something now.
Yeah, he's got angle to... The black definitely passes the yellow to the same pocket. But this is going to tell a story, this shot. And the answer is it doesn't, so he's trying to get on the other side of it.
Now the black doesn't go.
Yeah, it's probably not the most awesome result there for Penny.
20 seconds.
I think he's actually tried to miss the yellow as well, pick the gap.
Do you double this or put some work onto it in the middle pocket?
Yeah, I think middle pocket's probably a better shot, just a bit of a deep screw shot. What he really wants to do is he wants to get high on the red, because he wants to come underneath the yellows again.
Well, it's kind of in the bottom
Oh, it
right.
must be on then. Oh, there you go. So it was on.
Wow. It's lovely.
Still
Cannon
got-
into the yellow to hold it for what?
Yeah, if you can catch that yellow on the left side rail, mate, you're right. But it looks a bit thin for that. I'd like
You
to
can
get
get
right
that.
into this.
You can get into it.
He's got long extended queuing as well. Oh, he's just managed to pull through on that.
Wow.
He's missed. That's so lazy, Benny Noonan. That is so lazy. He knows it too. A bit of a smile as he walks away. And we are all guilty of that at some point. He literally just got out and played it straight away. Oh, what a shot this is.
Uh-oh.
Oh, that's pretty stiff actually.
That is disgusting.
Butters needs to find a good hidey hole for this white. Oh, that ain't it. That ain't it. That's misjudged. He'll be filthy with that.
Ben did well to work the balls nicely there.
Yeah,
It's just unfortunate he missed the black.
if you actually watch after Benny pots that black, he makes this face.
Yeah.
He always makes exactly the same face when he knows he gets away with, like, gets an easy return to the table to win a frame. It's like this closed mouth look on his face. Like I've seen it a million times because I've given him that many frames back that I should win.
Yeah.
Because I just know it so well.
So you don't like that face?
Nah, it doesn't bother me. It's just something I've noticed. Certainly not a face you want to give him.
Kale needs this one.
Yeah, it was a. He had two shots, didn't he?
Yeah. He potted,
of course, 'cause of
potted
the
the
white,
yellow,
yeah.
cannon into the yellow and black.
Yeah, I saw
Potted
that.
that yellow and the white.
Yeah, it was pretty sick, that shot. And he was fat on the black too if the white didn't go off.
Yeah.
That's a good break from Benny.
He doesn't put as much power behind it as all the...
No, I think he's just trying to time the break a bit more. He's trying to make sure he doesn't lose the white.
Yeah.
He should try breaking with his hand on the table.
I don't agree with that.
Come on, mate. Nick Young's been breaking that badly.
Yeah.
As in, I shouldn't say badly, but just breaking without potting a ball. He's even tried breaking with his hand on the table.
A lot of people are cut breaking.
I think the cut breakers is just garbage.
Me too. Kale's on the board.
Yeah, he needed that frame. Oh, look at this shot. Damn, where's this shot been? We've got the CueballTV helicopter view.
Spider cam.
Spider cam. You can see the Tassie boys there sitting down watching the match. There's supposed to be a whole bunch of big boys watching the big boys play. Where are they?
And in the corner.
Where?
Saw a couple walking.
Geez, we had a chat last night. We were going to come. The whole team was going to come down and watch. Maybe they're like me and don't do getting out of bed easy.
And Butters needs this one too.
Yeah, this is very gettable. This is actually very key, this shot. And that's perfect. Now, being a right-hander, Butters will actually prefer to be a little closer to the rail with the white here rather than more centre table. So that way his cueing is better.
Yeah.
If you're left-handed, you want to be more centre of the table with this shot.
Yeah. Wow.
Oh, he's got into that. That's not a good shot.
Do you need side on it?
No, I think he's just misjudged that. I think he's just got into it too much.
Is that the pressure of getting your first frame on the board?
Yeah, look, he's probably got a bit of scoreboard pressure on him now. with 4-0, and he has a huge amount of respect for Benny as well, Butters does. Whether it plays on his mind or not, I don't think so, but it doesn't matter who you are, scoreboard pressure is the most difficult form of pressure to deal with. And the camera's going for a C ride again. What an effort.
Oh.
Benny's not missing these, not at 4-0 up. He's a very, very good front runner, Benny.
Butters is just having one of them days.
Yeah, and I did fear this for him. Just quietly in my own mind, I did fear that he's been playing such good pool, and he's been playing so much pool that he might be due for a bit of a dodgy match. Where he hasn't actually played to the stand. He's played for a good solid week.
Yeah. It's one feather, bang.
I'll tell you one thing. Let's just say Benny goes on and wins this match, whatever the score is, doesn't really matter. All Butters will do is just say, yep, that's done, focus on the teams.
Yep. That's good.
When we won our 2 team matches last night, he was more wrapped with that than winning his match against Jake.
Yeah, that's good. Cale's spotted the black off the break.
The umpire's got no idea.
Still doesn't have any idea.
He's looking at him going, do we want to start this one again or what?
Shot Ben.
Yeah, Benny's doing it easy right now.
He's playing well.
Where was this Ben Noonan in the Gold Coast, just quietly?
What happened in the Gold Coast?
He played Barnett, played like a bit of a goose, I thought.
Oh, that money match.
Yeah, I didn't think he was playing great.
The Alex Pace score on Cale Barrett should be 3-1.
You're not sure why it hasn't updated, but it's linked to... Oh, there it is now.
Okay.
I'll tell you what, I think Dan's trolling me as well. He's just doing me head in.
What's he doing?
Look at the poor Victoria symbol on the right with Noonan. It's sticking outside the border.
Yeah.
The Tassie ones are just hugging the border a little bit there as well. I don't know if I can handle this.
Everything else looks pretty good. We'll just focus on the rest of the screen.
I don't think I can handle it. I'm going to have to get him to fix it.
Alright, Butters has to get these.
Dan actually must hate me. He does some graphic work and stuff on it when I do live streams, and sometimes I'll go, "Oh, can you just change this a little bit there?" Like there's nothing. He doesn't say anything, but he just sends them through. He's probably just thinking, "Oh, he's a wanker."
Great shot there from Butters. Landed on the...
Dan, mate, you're doing me head in.
Yep. It was no accident.
There was no accident. So, for those at home that also suffer from OCD like me, it's all on purpose. That's a good shot. Who just played that? Butters.
I think, is he on the wrong side of this? Is he cannoning the
I
red?
think his angle's going the wrong way, so he's going to screw off it. Oh, he's not got into that either.
He might have got a kick there. It was a bad contact.
Yeah, I think his timing's not quite there.
What shot are you going to play here? It's tricky. Should you pop the top one, you got no position.
Potting the top one to get in position's really difficult.
What, cover the hole or something?
And there's no way Butters is covering the hole.
Well, how's he going to get position?
He'll just let it run. That's
That's
a
pretty
really good shot. That's a great shot.
Wow.
But he still needs to get position on this because he can't miss it, I don't think.
You're going to flick the yellow really thin?
I think if he can flick it to the bottom rail, the white ball just travels across offside rail, he'll have a shot at least. His chicken wing will come out a little bit here, watch. See that?
Oh, how do you do that?
Because he's missed the yellow too. Oh, tell me he hasn't stuck on that.
I think he's good.
Yeah, face says okay.
How do you know he does this chicken wing?
Mate, I know players.
What's
Been around the game forever.
Just to get a little bit more side on.
It's just something I've noticed in his... Like, it doesn't seem to affect his pot because it pops out after he's cued the ball. But Clacky does the same thing.
Okay.
And that's a great shot there from Butters to get a frame on the board. I'll tell you when that chicken wing does affect Butters is when he's got, say, let's say the black's on the spot and the white ball's on the brown spot and he's got to cut it into one of the corners with a screw.
Yeah.
Sometimes the chicken wing pops out before he gets through the shot and he'll undercut the pot.
You know everything.
I guarantee you that every player that plays at a decent level will know some little fault or some little thing about their opponents or their teammates that, like when they've been playing him in comp, they'll be looking for pitfalls in them potting out when they're sitting there waiting for a visit.
Yeah.
And they'll think, oh, there's a chance here that he could chop this up or whatever. Like all the players sort of, they know about each other. And if they don't, then they obviously don't care and don't study it. But it's just things I pick up on really easily and retain.
Nice shot from Alex.
This looks tight, this, and not just that as a problem, the transition is horrible. Actually, yellow must go top left.
Yeah. Black's not easy.
Oh no, it didn't go, so he sat it. Alex Pace sitting balls, wow. Surprised he didn't try and face cut double that and go into the yellow and produce. Tough opener for Benny.
That's a
Beautiful
good
shot. Tried to play as a half shot to nothing. Oh, Kale, unlucky. He'll be filthy with that. That was a pretty stiff result.
Interesting to see where Ben puts the white on this shot.
He's a bit straight. Might try and play it reverse side and try and get to the centre of the table. Clear the blue spot. Oh, he had angle. Okay, he's good.
Choice of two. Certainly not easy. So much traffic.
Oh, that's a clever shot from Pacey, but he's just got the worst result of all time.
Going to put heaps of side on and play the red into the top right.
I don't think he has to put heaps of side on it. I think he can just play it with a touch. You put heaps of side on it, you find your way into the yellow. Yeah, there you go. He's actually just played it with top.
It's hampered queuing.
Yeah, he would have liked to have come probably an extra inch.
I think you just got to roll this in, eh? Or is it
No,
enough?
he'll punch this in.
Yeah.
He will punch this in.
You can still hold the white for the black.
Yeah, he won't like smack the crap out of it, but it'll be like a queuing shot, like
Yeah.
a timing shot. He actually plays the shot over bridge and over the ball pretty well. As I say that, he
Yeah.
misses. Wasn't an easy shot. Butters though, another good chance here to pick up another frame.
He actually overcut it, which is surprising.
Yeah, a lot of the time you try and hold the white for the black, you'll undercut. I will say though, if Butters wants to win this match, this is an unmissable out for him. Like, you cannot miss these.
Yeah.
And these are the outs that Butters has just been swallowing up all week without any issues whatsoever. So I don't expect any different here. So Kale gets another visit because that's a good shot from Butters. Pacey played that nice little play off the black shot, but got the yellow stuck to the black, which I thought was quite unlucky. There's been a couple of unlucky shots in a row. But Kale a chance.
It's not easy.
I actually expected the Kale Pace match to be quicker than the Noon Butterworth match, but these guys are going full gangbusters.
Time out. 27.
So Butters gets another one back, and he was actually trailing Jake two or three frames
Great
early in the
pot.
match as well, and came back.
Huge pot from Kale.
It's a good shot from Kale. Gives himself a chance to win his frame. The black's probably the only concern.
He can get down for this red now. That's on the below as we look.
Yep. Doesn't want to be too straight on it. Wants some angle to either stun up or come off bottom cushion.
It's good.
Yeah, it's a good shot. This black is tricky though. He's not going to be landing on it, so it's just a roll in perfectly straight to a pocket.
If you can cannon the yellow, you're in the middle. If you can leave one of those two for last to drop in the middle and cannon the yellow.
Yeah, you've got to. It's one of those outs where the last positional shot for the angle needs to be perfect.
Second. 22nd.
So he's going to use the long one.
Well, yeah, I am interested to see how he plans on getting position on this.
So when you go back up here, do you say further's better than short, or not necessarily, because then you might sneak yourself on behind the yellow?
Yeah, just generally further is better, but behind the yellow is no good. Short will be a double at least, but he's left himself a really small area to land in, and it looks like he's slightly got a bit of angle too. So he's going to be coming off the side cushion, which could be better for him. Oh no, okay.
Oh, he's got two.
Has he got two still? Oh, never mind. This was basic.
Yep.
Just a little flick down. The J. Stevens special, we call these. I don't know if I've ever muffed up one of those in my life.
Serious.
Yeah. Probably the only thing I do good in this game is a little promotional shot with two.
So you're good at aiming not for pockets.
Just touch of pace is generally not too bad. Another break for Butters where he decides to just stick the white to another ball. Geez, he prefer yellows here, and he doesn't have a starter.
Do you just touch up on the yellows then?
I don't know if you can. You know what? I think I take the risk.
On reds?
No,
On
on yellows. I
yellows,
think
yeah.
I just flick it and just take the risk.
Yeah.
If I'm Benny, I'll probably run the red down the left side of the table over the pocket, cover black and yellow.
Yeah.
Actually, he might have a bit of room between the yellow and red.
It's not bad.
It's a tough out, this. I don't know if Benny's going to take it on or not, but if I know Benny will. So
Good start with a double.
Kale and Alex 3-2. I actually expected that match to be, pretty close. I'm sure these guys have played each other in Tassie in multiple tournaments over there a lot of times. I don't know what their head-to-head record's like, but Benny would have liked a little bit more run on that white there.
We call that halfway Harry.
What do you call it?
Halfway Harry.
Halfway Harry.
Bit of a result. Buttons needs one good cannon. Might be playing the plant.
Got to be careful here.
I like the plant here.
You reckon you can get through to it?
Yeah, I think so. And a white comes off the side rail and you can nudge the other one.
Geez, your reading is different to me. I hope you're right and I'm wrong, which is probably a good chance. I think it's a bit straighter than what you're thinking.
Nah.
Yeah, it was. Geez, he's actually got a bit of gear on the white there too. It might not have been set. He might have to bend it a touch. But if he's on the yellow to the right, the middle of the three there, he's actually not in too bad a shape.
No, he's not on that. He's on the one above the black. That's it. And he's the wrong side of it too.
No, he's aiming up the one
Did
I
he?
said.
What? Wow.
Yeah, he's actually overcut it, which means he
This
might
wasn't
not have
on.
been on it.
Yeah. He'll be happy with that. I guess Ben only needs one double really, and he's out.
I'm not sure what the score is with Calvin Lee and Steve Gray, but every 6-0 to Calvin. To Steve, every time I've watched Calvin Lee play, he's flying. But if Steve Gray's 6-0 up on him, well,
He's not really flying though.
Steve Gray does not mind winning Australian titles in the Masters. He's not afraid of them. And is that that's not the final, is it? The semi,
No,
yeah?
semi.
What's? Oh wow, there's actually a pretty handy 4 in the Masters left. All very, very accomplished players.
What's Benny playing here?
Mate, if this is me, I'm covering up. But
Yeah, me too. That's one.
he's probably going to go in and then play a double on the red. Oh no, he's gone the cover up. It's a good shot, and he's covered it well too. Tell you what though, yellow onto red here is not the worst shot in the world.
It's not easy to get the yellow flush over the hole though. Red
Not
sticking over
flush,
it.
no, because it's not deep enough in the pocket. What's he doing here? Just freeing up the hole. I don't mind that shot. So Kale's starting to, I guess, weather the storm and keep things level. Good shot there from Benny.
Ben.
He's probably not got the most desirable result.
Have another double.
Yeah, pretty much.
You might be able to screw into the back of that red.
I think he needs to.
You think it's on?
I think it goes to the right middle, but it's just about how you get on the black because... Yeah, this is pretty tricky if you ask me.
What about potting the yellow with the red on the bottom right?
Potting the yellow with the red bottom right. So you're playing double onto it.
No, just cutting it like that.
Oh,
onto it.
geez, look at this shot.
Oh wow.
That's not a bad shot. It still hasn't helped him too much unless he can punch this off the yellow and hold the white.
It looks thin to punch it off the yellow. Hey?
Not only that, he punched it off the yellow. There's a good chance the yellow's going to push the black to the right side of the table as well, which might not really help him too much. But we just saw there's a gap under that yellow where he's pot the red, so as long as it doesn't move it too far. He'll be happy with not being on the left cushion here. Yeah, so he wanted to pull the white up a little further so he could just stun back to the left side cushion and then cut under the yellow. Now he's got...
That red must be on if he's disappointed.
No, he wanted high. He wanted to be higher.
Okay.
So the white ball's travelling up the table now, which is not what he wanted. So he may have to just get as close to side cushion he can and just play the thin cut. Yeah, that's what he's going to do.
Huge.
Yeah, play
That's
the thin cut. Jesus
Big break. I like the leg kick.
He's got the Francisco Bustamante, hasn't he?
Yeah.
And that's a big shot from Benny Noonan. To see that, how he's just pulled the balls out of the table while the white's
Loss
still
of
moving.
frame.
That's just loss of frame in England.
Yeah.
Any umpire calls that here, I'll headbutt them. That is the most ridiculous rule of all time, seriously.
Yeah.
Like he actually waited to make sure the path was no danger, and then he said, "Yep, I'm good." I'm sure the rule exists because some pub fight happened in 94 where some dude arced up, thought the ball was going in a pocket and it wasn't, and then like a riot started, and it would have happened in England. Actually, no, probably Ireland. They love their pub brawls over there.
Great break. Great break from Ben.
Any town starting with the letter K.
Yellows are the balls.
And apologies for probably focusing more on the Vic match than the Tassie match for the Tassie fans, but there are two reasons. One, obviously Victorian, so it's easy to call.
It'll finish after this one.
It probably will finish first. Well, they've played 8 frames to 6, but
Yeah. That was a good shot from Ben.
yeah, the thing with Benny throughout this singles tournament, what I've noticed, and I played him myself as well, he hasn't done heaps wrong. Like he's still making an error here and there, which is totally human. Like, I mean, you can't play faultless pool all the time, but he's not making heaps and heaps of errors. He's punishing his opponent's errors, and he's doing enough to win enough frames to keep pressure on as well, off his own bat.
Funny thing with Ben here is you want to have a bit of angle, but then you're hampered.
He's played it well though, and he's going game here, no doubt.
Yeah. That's good. Yeah, just enough angle.
Nah, he's fine. Just wants to not be lazy, but he'll bang this in. Plays these shots well, Benny.
Those sort of blacks are my favourite.
They're your favourite?
You can screw off the side rail.
I'll tell you who plays the half ball punch into the corner better than anyone in the country is Mick Skerry.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen him miss one.
Nice shot.
Kale's got a tricky little out here, but gettable.
Don't know how he's going to get on that yellow on the left-hand side on the booklet.
he almost wants to drop it in dead weight now. It's a tough shot, but it gives him so many opportunities to clear.
Let's go, honey.
Then what ball are you on next?
He's playing it.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
good
nice.
shot. He's on the one in the middle, the bottom of the 3. But the transition starts becoming a trickier part because he's going up and down the table.
This next positional shot will be huge.
Oh, Butters just got into it a bit much. He's done that a couple of times already this match where he's just let that white get away from him. Sounds like it. Just heard my young bloke in the background playing playing games. Good shot, good recovery shot from Butters.
Oh, wow. They had the right idea there. Kale?
Yes, it was a tough visit. See that
There's the
chicken
chicken
wing
wing.
pop out. He always
Yeah.
missed the pot this time too. wonder if he actually is aware of it, that he does that himself. I'm certainly not going to point it out to him while we're heading towards finals.
Yeah.
But I wonder if he probably does know he does it. He would have watched himself on stream before in the past.
Breaking habits like that are really tough.
They are if you've had them most of your life. Oh, Benny. He's
Got
still
away with it.
okay, but he won't be happy.
Alex times the ball really well.
Yeah, he's got a good snooker background as well, so cueing the ball is not anything that he's not used to. And Steve Gray's just, I think, about to win the match, isn't he? Or was it race 8?
I think 7.
Well, that one just went in. Yeah, no, it's all over.
Ben's freestyling.
Pacey should get these, but there's just a little bit of hampered cueing and just decision making. This can go wrong. Oh, actually, he's on it clean. He's all right. Oh, what's going on here? I have to ask the question, why do you stun that? If you let the white ball come back to the centre area of the table, you've got both balls guaranteed. And he's going berserk now. Not even feathering anymore.
I think the reason why that game's going quicker is because Ben's winning by a big margin as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Because I'll tell you what, I am not in agreement with the choice of shot there from Pacey. At all.
You play the middle and then...
I would have, yeah.
But then when you pop the cherry red, you're always hitting the yellow.
Well, at least give yourself a chance to win the frame there. That's unlike Alex.
Mm.
Just tell my young bloke to turn his iPad down. I'll be back in a sec.
Great pot from Kale. He's unlucky not to be on the yellow in the bottom right hand pocket. Getting on this black, I think you're going to need to work the white a little bit.
So which table are you talking about? mate?
Kale's
Kale.
table. Like, because the natural angle, you're probably coming on the line of the black.
You reckon?
Yeah.
Talking about the pot in the yellow, yeah?
Yeah.
I reckon he's good here.
Just natural angle.
Yeah, I reckon he's good here. Wow, he's going to the yellow.
Wow.
Jesus. That's actually possibly...
He made himself a big pocket.
Almost disastrous result ever.
What if he plays the black off the red in the middle?
Shot from Butters.
So why did he hit that red? Like, did he put smut on that?
No, I think he's just cut it. It's that sort of shot that you want to cut it on the thin side into the pocket.
Mm.
This is still potable, but it's tough. Oh, he's got 2 again, is he? Or has he tried to kill that on the side rail?
Don't agree with that.
He's just tried to kill it on the side rail.
I reckon you just have a go at that. Shot
Good
Butters.
shot from Butters. Alex wanted to be anywhere but on the rail there. He's still okay, but it just makes things a bit tricky. He has to pot this thick now in the middle. You pot it thick and that it changes the angle completely and it actually gets the white ball more centre table. But you've also got to hit a little bit harder.
You want to throw the white with top?
Yeah, he's played it well.
Yeah. Oh, butters.
I'm telling you, the only reason he's missing those balls is just scoreboard pressure. And as Butters has been going through this singles tournament, he's actually, I don't think he's ever got past, I think he said the last 16 was his best result.
Okay.
So he's making semis,
Mm.
made quarters. So he's been exploring new ground every match.
Do you know how much it pays down to in the singles and how much it is?
Got no idea. I know it is paid, but I don't know what the amount is. What's the score with the girls? Nicole Welsh 3-1 up. She's my pick to win the tournament.
Nicole Fielding's 2-1 up.
Who's she playing?
Cindy Blackmore. And Stubbsy's 3-0.
I think Nicole is an enormous favourite to win this. I actually picked a Nicole Welsh Colby final,
Yeah.
but Colby screwed all that up for me.
Great hit.
That's a very good shot.
He's playing well.
Yeah, he's flying now. And the good thing for Benny is the singles final, I think, starts at like 12 or something.
Yeah.
So he'll have been awake, but he must have been working on his morning game. Maybe he's been getting up at 7 a.m. straight on the table.
I doubt it.
I doubt it too.
Red ball's in play.
That's not bad.
I don't even know if he's played for that. Ben Noonan. Convincing win in the end scoreline wise, but I know Butters will not be happy with his performance out there today. But as I said, leading into that match, his form, was, in my opinion, was the best I've actually ever seen him play. So, hello Butters.
He had a good tournament.
And he will refocus now for later on tonight with the teams.
Who do you guys have in the teams?
I think we play SA.
Oh, that's
first,
a big match.
And then Queensland, I think. I think that's all that's left.
Yep.
There's just 2 matches left, isn't there?
Yep.
Yeah, so it's SA and Queensland for us.
Is he thinking of where you can cannon the red that's below the yellow as we look?
Yeah, not sure if it's thin enough or not. We're going to find out in a sec though. Might have to check the hell out of this. That's if he even plays it, but if it's there, he will play it. Looks like he's playing this with right hand side. Oh, he's checked it up too much, but he's got a result in the middle.
Maybe you play for that.
I think he played for the red, you said.
Yeah.
The one that was high or lower of the two was on screen.
Mm. They don't link very well.
Well, it's all about this bottom ball. If it goes under the red, makes life a little bit easier.
I think it does.
Didn't want that jaw.
You can use the red to hold and double the last yellow.
Yeah, so this is yet again me probably getting it all wrong, but to me this natural angle looks like it's going in the gap.
It is. But you can time it and flick the red on the way out.
It's pretty thin, mate. I'll tell you who's an expert at reading these on the screen is Matty Kerr, who's right behind me. Can you hold on the red, Matty? Or is it too thin?
When is it in the yellow, isn't it?
Well,
Halfway Harry.
Yeah, it was hard to hold. Matty thought it was in the yellow, so he was way off. Last time I'm asking his opinion. So good chance for Pacey here. He actually has a lot of shoulder movement, doesn't he, in his action? When he actually gets through the ball, his elbow is really high, but when he's cueing the ball, it's just a lot of shoulder movement. Doesn't seem to affect him.
What I've seen from him, he likes to hit the ball hard.
Yeah, he
Doesn't
likes to cue it, yeah.
Doesn't like playing like controlled shots, I think.
Well, he just played one there.
No, I mean when you're going into balls and stuff like that.
Yeah, he's not afraid to crash into balls. So this black ball will be the key shot, the transition to it. And
That yellow takes away a lot of your lines.
it does. He's going to have to stun past it.
Then potting the other yellow over the hole comes into play a
I'll
bit.
tell you what the ideal option is actually, is land on the spot. You land on the spot, and then you can actually play the red into the left pocket and come across off the side railing behind it. That's probably the best angle.
So you're talking about where you rack up the black, that spot.
Yep. You can just see that line is coming off, potting the ball and come off left side, pushing it back across. Even if you were to land up sort of near the yellow, you're going to have a decent shot at it. The one that's on the side cushion. No, he's no good here. Oh well, he's got angle to get across.
Do you need to screw above the black and play it in the bottom left?
He might do that actually. Same shot, but just playing it. For me, this is more an execution shot, whereas the shot I've said there's no execution except for pace. The angle's always going to be the same. You have to do anything with the white. This is you can actually land in 10 different areas on this shot because it's an execution shot. And you see, and this is the problem with playing an execution shot. If you play that another 10 times, one of them he's probably going to pot the yellow out of the 10. 2, he gets low. 3, he gets high. It all depends on how well he times it, how hard he hits it.
And 4 times he hits the black.
Yeah, and what area he actually hits it into the pocket. So they're all variables that actually come into play of where the white goes.
I don't know what I'll play here.
I think the double's on. I think he'll take it on. He's gone the middle. And I'm going to say he feathered about 2 to 3 times. Didn't pause at all like he normally does, and just hit it. So generally when people do that, and I'm an expert at this because I do it almost every shot I don't like, is when someone doesn't pause, and they normally do, it means that they're uncomfortable on the shot, and what tends to happen is your mind says, just get away from this as soon as possible because you're in an uncomfortable place. And so the pause disappears from your action, and then you just end up jabbing the ball. I'm very good at it. It's not something I want to be good at, but I am good at it.
At least you recognise that.
Yeah, it's the same for everyone. When you're playing well, it just all happens naturally.
Yeah.
When you're playing bad, everything's jabby and horrible.
I've got a feeling he's going to belt the hell out of this black.
Do you think he's wiggling in the middle, is he?
No, I think he'd dob in the corner, wouldn't he?
Got to go to the corner, surely. He's gone in the middle.
Oh.
But that was the danger, I thought. I thought that was always there.
Maybe he doesn't like that double to the corner.
He must fancy himself on back doubles to read the angle better. Problem is when you're back doubling like that and you're playing them at pace, it's hard to not have the black straighten up off the rope. So you've actually got to cut it thinner than what you normally would. Ooh, it's not ideal, but he should be alright.
You can use your 2 shots if you want. For all.
4 all, indeed.
Who wins from here?
Oh mate, I can't call it, but I actually think Kale's playing the more steady pull. Alex is getting his chances probably more frequently, but he's not making the most of them. And we've got a camera on the other girls' match as well. Nicole Fielding playing, the score is probably 1 all.
3-1 Nicole.
3-1 Nicole. They've managed to play 4 frames. Nicole knows is probably not the fastest player in Australia. Cindy, on the other hand, though, she tends to get on with it, so.
Is it
Boys
more
are taking a break, have they?
Yeah. Is it more how long she takes to take a shot,
Yeah,
or
she
her
does.
strategy? Like she wants to play a long frame, or
I think she's just her rhythm is just generally a slower pace than most.
Darren's up 4-3.
Darren Way is 4-3 up on Wayne Stubbs in the other Masters semi-final. Consistent unit, Wayne Stubbs just keeps winning. And here it is. Looks like it's going to be 4 all, and let's see if he cans this.
him and Steve Gray would have played in a few finals, wouldn't they?
I'm not sure, how many have they played in? 2 or maybe a couple? Not sure.
I'm pretty sure they played each other in Tasmania when I was there.
Geez, Greeny, he must be over the moon umpiring this match. But actually, you know what? They've got a timekeeper, so they're playing 2020, so it shouldn't be. My guess will be is like this. Obviously, the balls didn't open up much on that break
Yeah.
because they're still a bit clustered in the centre of the table. So they may have had a few breaks where they're just being a bit clustery. So we're about to resume this men's match as Dan flicks back over. As Dan flicks back over. Big break from Francisco Kale Barrett.
I love the leg kick.
Oral. I don't know how many times I've actually seen the break this tournament where more than half, if not 3/4, of the balls have ended up in the balk line. And some of them dry breaks.
Yeah.
And if memory serves me correctly, when Butters played Jake yesterday in that final frame, I think every single ball went in the balk line except the black, and he didn't pot one.
Wow.
Maybe a couple others, but it was, and the way the table laid out, it just made you just knew the frame was going to be interesting. So if you're watching at home now, when you haven't watched the final frame between Jake and Butters, sorry if I put a spoiler in there of what the score was at that point, but go and watch that last frame. It is one of the best frames you'll see, just given the situation and all that sort of stuff that you'll see in a long time.
Kale's playing this very aggressively. He's dropping this in the middle,
Yeah,
is
I'm
he?
actually wondering whether he wanted that to stay over the hole or not, that red.
Yeah.
Because where the wide is, he didn't leave a lot. But now he's committed. It is gettable. Oh, he's trying. Well, he's
That's
got
good.
away with it. Maybe he played that, I don't know.
He would have to.
So if he's actually chosen to play that shot, the execution was A1, because that was a tough shot to get right.
So tell me how Alex is going to get in behind this yellow. You do it last year.
For me, there's no way I want to leave it till last. I want to deal with it as soon as possible. He does have an angle off the plant now to do it, but it's like you need a bit of luck. He's going to look for a snooker. I don't blame him for playing the shot, but he's decided billiards is a better game.
Well, you get 2 points for that?
Yeah, no, he won't be happy with that. Just overhit it a bit. It's actually funny. You feel like a complete goose when you play a shot like that, but it's always there. But it's probably the right shot what he's played.
Yeah, you just need to catch the rail before the pocket.
I'm calling 5-4 to Kale right now.
Oh, you're a genius.
I know. Bruce McAvaney of 8 ball, I am. State the obvious every chance I get. All I need is a stat sheet to read off so I can sound knowledgeable. For those wondering, I'm not a fan of Bruce McAvaney's commentary.
Why he gets too excited for you?
Sorry to those that are. A lot of people can't stand Brian Taylor, and I think he's great. There's no Daryl Eastlake's coming out here. I might pop one in.
Dennis Cometti was the best.
Dennis Cometti.
Yeah.
Tell
Maybe.
you what, we could if Donny was playing, we could use a bit of Dennis Cometti. Donny play a shot, bobbing up and down like a cork in the ocean.
Rex Hunt was pretty good.
Yeah, Rex Hunt was my favourite. Actually, I was a big fan of Dermot Brereton's commentary because he seemed to pick a lot of the stuff that was going on behind play. Mostly because he was the only one doing it when he was playing. Didn't mind throwing a couple of jabs into the ribs outside of play. And another good Jay Stevens special there from Cale Barrett.
What do you give that one out of 10? What do you give that one out of 10?
I'll give that one a 10.
I do too.
Perfect. So Cale, I think, for the first time in this match, has taken the lead.
Yep.
And I just sense him being probably a little bit favourite right now. I think he's playing a little bit more consistently than Pacey.
Who's older out of the two of them?
That's a good question. I'll tell you what, it feels like Cale's like 40 years old because he's been playing the game for that long.
Yeah.
I think his first nationals he was like 14 or 15.
Okay.
And I don't think he's actually missed a team. I think he's played every single year. Fiona will be absolutely rapt that her head's on screen that close up. So will Nickers. The Climax shots are coming out. I expect a very good chance that White will dump in off here from Pacey. Nah, he's
Hit the
held
side of
back.
the pack.
He's held back. I thought he'd unleashed there.
In frustration.
Yeah, just that enough. Obviously, would have annoyed him quite a bit.
Mm.
You actually see his shirt. Like it's all threaded. Like it's all the threads are coming out.
Yeah.
I said to him last night when we were playing the teams match. I said, mate, next time you order the call girls, order the ones without the fingernails.
This black doesn't come out nicely, does it?
Well, he does have a red in the area to get into it.
This is one of those ones where he just thumps 100 mile an hour.
Yeah, and that's his style.
But like 3 yellows are moving, one of them could go in.
And I'm pretty sure when they went to Worlds this year, I think Butters just put him out at one and just said, mate, you just do what you do.
Yeah.
And don't worry about anything else. You just play. You just do what you want to do.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that was a good strategy too. Oh, he's got good angle, has he?
Nah, too
Bit
straight.
but he can get off the next red in the middle.
Yeah.
He can choose his angle. See, for me, this black comes out nicely.
Me too.
If he cannons the bottom of the three,
Yeah.
he gets the other yellow and it just forces it off the rail, so it's not too bad.
I only play it like medium pace just to bring the black out 1 foot.
See, I don't play this as a stun shot because you can catch the left side of the yellow. If you play it as a cut shot, you can't miss the cannon correctly. So I want to run through this. I want to run through that a bit more.
Yeah, I would have too. Yeah. So he's playing it as a stun.
No, I think he can actually play a pretty plain ball. But you see, he's starting into it. I reckon.
See what I mean?
Yeah, that's how he loves to play it. But you're
now
right.
it's no good.
He's relying. No, he's okay. He's relying on a result though, a bit much than other people would.
But now you got to screw well past this yellow to be on it. You're going to be thin, and then you're going to be.
He kind of wants to find the line. Like if you draw a line across the table where the spot is, he kind of wants to find that line.
Yeah.
20 seconds.
I think he's okay here. I think he's okay.
Can he hit the bottom of the white?
He's just checking to see if he can get the white out past the yellow.
Mm. Is he playing black in top left corner, yeah?
It's a tough shot, this.
Yeah.
Well, if he's jacking up, he's just making his shot 10 times harder. Maybe he's got to double it. I don't know. He's played that so well.
Wow, what a shot.
He's actually played that effortlessly. That's a great shot.
Mm.
So,
It's neck and neck.
Alex Pace loves to make it a bit tricky on himself, but digs himself out.
Maybe he loves that feeling of a cannon. Just loves, giving it.
Yeah, I don't know. I actually love it when Pacey and Butters play each other. There's usually some crazy stuff going on. Wouldn't mind Dax getting involved in the trio there of those three.
Yeah.
Although Dax has been fairly subdued this tournament. I expected to hear that foghorn way more than I have. And I'm actually murdering him on the joke front.
Yeah, I've heard about this.
Oh, you have heard about that?
Yeah.
Been sending him a few messages. Yes, when you do the pool stat scores, at the end when you finalise the match, there's a comment section. And he didn't know about it, and I've been sending him little messages through it, but only the AEBF committee can read it. So they've been having a good laugh.
Buster maintain leg kick works nicely.
So, what is it? Is it K or Bustamante, or is it Francisco Barrett?
I think the first one.
K or Bustamante.
Yeah.
Just hasn't managed to get a good spread.
I like reds, but there's no starter.
Yellow balls in play.
Yeah, he's forced to take the yellows, isn't he?
Mm.
Yeah, someone's dying. One of the masters, I'm tipping.
Getting into that yellow on the right is actually pretty hard. Maybe you're going to have to double it.
Yeah, I think you're right. The double's probably the go. I'm actually wondering about these two yellows that are just sort of close together. Which one?
That,
You need to land. How neat you got to land on the right one. So I'm not sure that's awesome because he's got to control this.
want to be a little bit shorter.
He can actually, you know what? He can just punch this in and push the other yellow towards the corner. It's not too bad. And if he actually gets sort of just off straight on, he might be able to screw into the yellow on the side rail. So just see how this shot turns out for him. Well, he won't be screwing into it now. And I'm just wondering whether he's got the angle here where he can come off two rails and pick the gap between the two yellows and then play the double first.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I like that. Because then you can get better position on the black.
Well, the worst thing you can do is leave your worst ball to last.
Yeah. So you're saying if you miss the double, at least you've got two balls rather than one?
Yeah, well, he's committed now, so he's... Well, actually, he's got that over the hole. I don't think he's tried to sit that, but it's a result for him. Question is does the red sneak under the yellow? I think it might. Can't
Yeah,
tell
it does.
from
Yeah, it does.
here. It looks pretty heavy on the left jaw, so... I think Pacey has a crack at these.
So drop this one in for the middle pocket.
I think he'll actually just play for the same pocket he's potting this.
Right.
Oh no, he's played it with a bit of gear.
That's good actually because you can get down off the middle nicely. Oh, he's screwing it.
Yeah, he's going to play it all in the same pocket. Wow, okay.
He's leaving that red there.
Doesn't mind a layer up. Does want to clear this yellow. Oh, it's lazy, Pacey. It's lazy.
Maybe it wasn't as easy as we thought.
Still need to take a little bit more care on that. He just got down and hit it pretty quick. And it's shots like that. That was the key shot to the frame. He clears that yellow decently, then all the reds are very gettable.
He might have to play this long. It's cut in the middle is not the greatest position.
I agree. Played it well.
That's lovely.
They're always missable when you're queuing off the rail.
This is not straightforward either.
These are the shots that the top players have been nailing and just consistently just getting behind the other yellows. They're always a missable pot, but
You play it with side to get out.
nah, you just got to time it. Play the oh, you just slip past the red.
Could have played it to cannon the top side of the red.
No, I think he just didn't quite get into it enough. I think he wanted to be a little higher than that.
And you go for the pot out of the snooker.
I think if you're playing a can on the top side of the red there, it's a little suicidal because you can catch there's not a big area and you can catch the yellow and you could be in huge trouble. So I think he's just mistimed it a bit.
20 seconds.
Good effort.
So a second chance for Pacey. Wow.
Oh, that's close for comfort.
I can promise you now he was playing for the ball on the left of the 4.
Great shot, Nick.
Well, this is interesting. Wow.
I just said I'm going to F this and I'm on camera. And what did I do? F'd it. JT would have been going 9 out of 10, 9 out of 10 shot. I thought about it.
Do you reckon that doubles on past the red on the top right corner
I
if
think
you
it just
look?
slides past, yeah.
It was funny actually. I thought
Yeah, I know. I didn't see your face. I'm like, it's exactly what we said too, Nick. Here's JT's shot. It's a JT shot.
Needs just to cover.
That's good.
Pretty good shot. From where he was,
Yeah.
it's a very good shot.
Come on, Lopa.
He's actually put Alex under a bit of pressure here too.
Our snooker here.
I think everyone's snookers here, but
Try-
you got to trust the tail for one.
And try and put the black in the line of the up and down.
He's going after these. Look at him. You can tell by the way he's winding up. Oh no, just dragging the hell out of it. Played it well.
That's good. That's really good.
That's a very good shot. Yeah.
2 rails.
I'm not even going to comment on the 2 rails because I get this. I just don't do 2 rails very good.
No.
Even knowing how to parallel shift, I still don't.
So then how are you going to play it then?
I'm more likely to play this on the bottom rail more to the right with left hand side.
You're crazy.
I know I'm crazy.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
Yeah, it's a good shot. Although it really is just bump the red out, hold for the other one and clear up, isn't it? But from where he is, didn't have a hell of a lot of choices.
Come on, Nick. Come on, Lopa.
Oh, I don't like that shot. I think if the yellow was more over the pocket,
Wow.
he's more likely to have a go at getting out of the snooker. But because there's a big gap there for the pocket to take the white, that shot that that Pacey played was actually, to be completely brutal, was horrendous.
You had to land on the other red.
We had to hit the other side of the red.
Yeah.
I don't know why he was trying to double that, unless he was trying to get the cannon on the other one at the same time,
Yeah.
push it over, and then in which case he's just misjudged it. Kale just restricting Alex to 1 visit.
Can he bump the red over to the left side rail and then play it off the yellow?
He might be able to. Oh, he could hit that one. Well, he could actually pot it because he's undercut the pot. Now he does have this inside the yellow to give himself a bit of breathing space. I'm absolutely sure he'll play it.
Yeah, I like it.
And he's played it well, but he hasn't got the white ball where he wanted it.
Or the yellow.
Yeah, yellow hasn't gone in an awesome spot, but he can flick off this and use the black as a snooker ball.
Sure.
He's played it well.
I would have played that a little bit thicker to get the red off a bit more.
Yeah, I think the tricky part about choosing to play it thicker is much harder to judge the pace.
Yeah.
Whereas when you're playing it thin, it's much easier because it's like you're hitting it without even making contact
Yeah.
with anything. So
Yeah. But I mean,
don't-
if he gets out of this snooker, it's hard for you.
I agree, but I don't blame him for playing it the way he did. Oh, well, I'm shocked he's playing the black here. I'm really shocked about that.
I don't agree with that.
I think I try and come off a side rail at dead weight all day there.
I'm playing the 2 cushions.
You're playing 2 cushions.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you right now, this is a smash double, screw up the rail, have a crack all day shot. This.
If you play it into the middle, is it naturally coming nicely for you?
Yeah, it could. Oh, wow. That's actually that right there is actually the smart shot.
Yeah.
But I just felt like making a layer-up call because I thought that's how we played. But common sense has kicked in. Oh, I love
Sure.
how we played that. Played that beautifully. Just a little bit too much angle. Oh, wow. The safety monsters just come out. Alex Pace has actually got a new nickname. It's called the Safety Monster.
You just give people nicknames for the hell of
I
it.
am the nickname king, mate.
Yeah.
Come up for with a nickname for anyone.
So what's mine?
Well, I haven't played in a team with you yet, so you haven't been given that honour.
Oh, okay. So you've played a team. You've played a team with Alex.
No, but I've played in a lot of tournaments against him. Trust me, if I was coming, it'd be something to do with lemon meringue pie or something with you. Lemon meringue. So I don't know, I just come up with something stupid and then it just evolves from there. That's how it all starts. Now, Rob Bowen in our team has got about 150 nicknames already. So Alex Pace, 6'5". That was a long frame, actually.
Yeah.
What's Cindy doing there? She's like pointing at the pocket, giving it the bird, I thought. Is she giving it the bird there? Nicole Fielding hasn't moved. It's actually exactly where she was standing last time we panned that camera.
Yeah.
Come on, Opa.
Well, these boys having another break.
Yeah. Kale's gone to the toilet.
More toilet breaks than a Ben Noonan match.
That's because it took longer.
Look at that lovely head of Matty Kerwood there at the bottom of the screen, the Adonis. I've given him a new name too, Matt the Adonis Kerwood.
So that's how you work your magic, just like that.
Just like that, mate.
Great break.
That's a big break. And yellows. Still, hang on. Let me reassess.
Yeah. I like yellows.
Alex, get out of the way. Just because you're at the table doesn't mean you should get in our way. Thank you. Yeah, I actually like reds, but the starter ball, I would love to be that bottom left one.
Always going from.
And that's a lovely pot, but he's lost the white straight away. I'm actually not sure what he's going to do here. Play a little double, sneak in behind the yellow shot.
Yeah.
Unless this is on.
That's
He's
okay.
just flicked it over. It's not bad. It puts the pressure on. Like this opener that Kale's got to play is very missable in the middle.
I covered the pocket top right with this yellow near the black spot.
You thread the needle
Yep.
and get it over the hole.
Yeah.
You are a genius.
If it goes in, I'm still.
That's actually harder than potting the ball in the middle. So you thread that needle
Yeah.
and find the jaw at dead weight pace and
But-
sit it perfectly over the hole.
But if it goes in,
You must be an underrated world champion. That is the hardest shot you could probably play on a table.
no, I like that shot.
You like that shot?
Yeah.
Next time I see your frame where you've got a shot like that, I'm going to call it.
Yeah. Please do. He's got a good angle to screw into that yellow, to be honest. On the top right.
Oh, I think you'll wait one more shot. Yeah. It's actually landed probably in one of the only small areas of that area the table didn't want to be in. A little higher would have been better and a little lower would have been better.
Yeah.
This might be it's sort of going to be like a shot to nothing cover. So
Yeah.
he knows he's going to be on the bottom yellow if he pots this by mistake. But I think he wants to cover it. He's played it pretty well.
Good white.
Yeah, and he knew that was the case. He's played that well. Alex has got to solve this puzzle, and it's not an easy puzzle either.
20 seconds.
And he's gone the aggressive option. Tried to get the cannon. He's actually been a little fortunate to cover as neatly as he has there, I felt, with the pace he hit the ball at.
Yeah. Which yellow is more of an issue for you? The bottom of the table as we look, or the one on the right hand
I
side?
think this one at the bottom actually goes under the red. So I
Okay.
don't think it's too much of an issue. But it's one of those ones where you can't hit it with pace. You've got to flick it off, let the
Yeah.
give it a chance. So I think this one that's stuck to the red is a trickier shot.
He's doubling it, is he? If he wanted to double it, he should have come further so he's not disturbing the two reds.
Got to be careful he doesn't flick off the right side of the red here and pop the ball over the hole by mistake.
Oh, here's a chance for Alex. You got the plant to start with.
Yeah, and he'll give it a bit to push yellow one up the cushion. This is a big chance, this. Or he can play in the middle, actually. Play in the middle and he's straight into the red full ball. It's going long.
He'll take it.
Oh, that's actually worked out pretty well. Actually, as I say that, and look at the table again, it's not ideal.
He needs to get down there. Off the cherry. He'll play that power screw shot that he likes.
Now that you'll play this
Yeah.
running side, try and sneak down the middle of the table.
Oh, that's
Play
lovely.
it well.
Oh. Now what?
You got to play the long ball.
Just back a queuing.
Actually, you know what? You can't even hold the white because of the angle. He's
Yeah.
going to be snooking himself. So he's actually got to play it and go past it. Yeah, so he's lined up the thin cut. So he's actually got to go past the yellows.
Yeah,
He's got to
yeah.
thread the needle between
Yeah,
the two and
yeah.
then play it thin. He doesn't have to worry about the white here because if he just cues this ball in, it's naturally going to go to where he needs it. But he just needs.
I'm going
he's
to play this
changed
one that
his
he's
mind.
playing now, and then I'm going to double the other one.
He's loading up. He's going around the world Ronnie O'Sullivan style. He'll cop that.
Yeah.
That's something. It's a very similar shot coming up now, but in the middle.
Yeah.
Round off 3. Or was he looking at the double?
Yeah, I thought double. Can you just play the double, leave the white where it is, and have that cut in the black, or you
Yeah,
think it's
that's
too
what he
thin?
just looked at. I would play this in the middle all day off 3, but it's short horses for courses.
Oh.
Yeah, for me, I just play that in the middle all day. At least that way you know you're trusting the angle you hit the ball. When you're playing doubles, different paces, they square up or they throw if it's softer. It's, I think, harder to judge. Some people love doubling, so they probably play the double, but not me. Just got into that a little too much, did Kale. Has slightly too much angle, but he should still be okay.
We don't want to be hampered.
That's not a good shot, but he can play it as a shot to nothing, but it makes the pot more difficult. So Does he back himself and just play the punching, or does he screw back to the bottom rail as a shot to nothing?
I'm screwing back to the rail.
Makes the pot far more difficult.
To still time it nicely.
Or is he playing in the middle? Middle seems suicidal. See how he's got to give that a bit. It makes the pot more difficult. Won't be upset with the result.
The double might be on.
It might be.
At worst, you could kick it into the middle.
Yeah, I'm thinking the quarter ball kick off and then just take the white ball back where it is now. He just says, "No, I'm smacking it." And I did comment earlier in this match that I think the cooler head of the two and the more calculated player is Kale. Probably a bit of an example there where I think Alex has just tried to blast his way out of trouble. I think he had a decent safety there that could have kept him in the frame for another visit at least and potentially won the frame.
20 seconds.
Very surprised he's gone for the cannon there.
Oh no. You drop that and then you drop the million shot to
I
nothing.
just don't get that at all. That was very potable if he just drops in behind it.
The black's in the top right corner, right?
Yeah, I think it is.
So you could have played that yellow drop into the middle and played that black in that pocket if you get it. If
Yeah,
not, it's
I'm
a snooker.
shocked. I'm shocked at that choice of shot, especially how hard he hit it. But he might have a bit of a result where if he's totaled himself, he can actually just snook it back and promote the yellow as well. Played it well.
Yeah.
I think Carl's been exceptionally fortunate there with that outcome. I'm sure if he went back and watched it, he's just wondering why the alley hasn't just dropped it in.
Yeah.
Good response there from Alex. He's found the right side of the red, kept it in play. And now we're going to see Kale play this pretty full, this yellow, and just let the white run through a bit, use the black as a snooker ball.
Yeah.
Looks really easy on screen, often hard to execute. He's played it
Sure.
really well. And he's also blocked the natural angle up and down, I think.
No.
Hasn't? You don't think so?
No.
I actually don't mind playing this off too. Off the side cushion as well. Try and hit the...
Hitting it's not good enough. You need a snooker and back, right?
I need to pot it.
Oh yeah, I'll pot it.
But this is why I want to use the side rail as well. So if I can hit the high side of the red as we look at it, I might flick in behind it.
Oh,
Big
that was a good effort.
I'll tell you
Oh, he's got a
what.
result.
Oh my God.
He'd be
That's
very
better than any
happy.
of the shots we come up with. Just play the Chinese.
Why didn't I think of that?
That's. You play that shot 50 times and you'll get it once,
Yeah.
maybe twice. But you only need it once, and that's when it matters.
20 seconds.
And now there are no choices. You got to bang this in. What a response!
What a shot.
And I'll tell you what, the last 3 or 4 shots each, or 2 or 3 shots each from both these players has been really good back and forth, first class stuff. There's 2 shots before that, very questionable. Well, he just was riding that for a quick second.
Yeah. Just going to quickly go to the toilet.
So 6 all. This is looking like going an 8 all. Well, they're going back and forth. Wayne Stubbs has gone 6-5 up. It might be 7-5 in a second. Can't tell what's going on. Too many heads in the way. And another toilet break as well from these two boys. Well, actually, Kale this time. I believe it's 6-all. So Wayne Stubbs has defeated Darren Waite, and he goes on to the final to play Steve Gray. And I'll tell you what, I didn't actually see the match, but Darren's probably playing the best pull of his life right now, and probably be a bit disappointed not to win. And yeah, we can now see why this scoreline has been travelling along really slowly. The packs have been not breaking open for the two girls. Whether they're just hitting it like fairies or if they're just not getting good splits, I don't know. But
Did someone say fairies?
yeah.
Where?
Alright, we're about to resume this match. 6-all. Dan is not going to miss this break.
Well, I was tempted to do it.
Just to troll me.
Alright, Bustamante.
Watch the leg kick. Jeez. I tell you what, I think the heel hit the back of his head then. He's got some sick timing, hasn't he?
Yeah. Must spend hours practicing that.
Can you slow-mo that, Dan? Can you slow-mo him breaking or what? I want to see the slow-mo of that. I reckon his leg gets at least up to his back. Oh, opening miss from Alex. What do you reckon his name is on his birth certificate? Do you think it's Alex or is it Alexander?
There you go.
It is Alexander.
You missed it.
Oh, I'll do it again, Dan. Sorry. My bad. Look at that leg. That is impressive.
That's what happens to the in the loading yards in a horse race, isn't it? The horse kicks up like that.
He loves his horse racing too, Kale, I believe. So.
Yeah.
I was actually surprised he didn't take reds there.
Yeah, I thought reds were the ball.
There was one in the middle, wasn't there?
Yeah. It's not bad.
He gives himself a good chance.
Problem is you need to pop them 3 yellows into the middles, and it's hard to stay on that side of all the balls when he gets back down there.
Yeah, you're right. Transitionally, it's not simple. I'll tell you what, though, he's given himself a pretty good angle here.
Mm.
And I wouldn't be surprised if he looks at playing this one on the left long. He would actually love this red to not be on the left side there, so he could actually come off 2 and head towards middle of the table.
So further's better than short here, right?
But now he's got to play with side instead. Yeah, that's
Oh,
a great
lovely.
shot.
That's good. he's unfortunate there to land on the rail. I think I'm going to the right middle as we look.
Yeah, it's just a tough shot, that one. But you're right, might have no choice but to just drop it in, and then the rest of the transition's simple. So frame winning visit or shot coming up right here. And has missed. It was a tough shot, that. They look so easy on camera then. You just drop it in. No worries. But when you're down on the queue having to play them, they're not that simple.
If the white wasn't on the rail, he would have got that.
Yeah, absolutely. Queuing off the rail, and it's very straight. They're very easily misjudged. And it's funny, you watch snooker, and they never play them. Queuing off the rail into a ball, into a middle pocket that thin, they never play them, because that's how much of a difficult shot they are. And that is a really, really loose shot,
Yeah.
Alex.
So left middle, right middle.
Yes, and then floating down for the black and the left middle, I would assume. Haven't used float, actually, this whole carnival. I'm glad to have thrown that out there. Jesus.
He didn't want to float it.
Just,
Now he's wrong side of it.
oh, I think he's alright. I just don't know why he's just done that.
Because the red's in your way of the line here, you need to put something on this.
Why not just drop it in?
Yeah.
I suppose he would add too much angle. Maybe if he just drop his last one in, but for me it looked alright.
That's a good shot.
He's recovered the situation well, and now it's this
is your shot, mate.
No, these aren't my shots.
The floating shots.
Yeah, but the problem with these shots, right? This is not just about pace. It's also about getting the right angle on the contact. Because if you get the wrong contact, you get the pace right. It still ends up in a horrible position. So you've got to get them both right.
Yeah.
He's played that beautifully.
Yeah.
You hit that thick accidentally, and then you suddenly land really high up the table. You hit it too thin, and you're on the nameplate. So it's still an important shot to get correct.
Nice.
No mistake there, and Alex may need to reassess his looseness as this match gets to deeper waters.
So is the way Alex plays, is it? Does he do better when he's front running?
Oh yeah, he's a good front runner.
Yeah.
I don't think, like I said, I don't think he really changes no matter what the score line is. It's the way he plays, and I think that's a good thing. What's the point of changing your game because you're losing? Like, you're trailing on the scoreboard. Unless you feel like you can gain some advantage on it by tying frames up because you feel like you've got the better advantage or whatever. I know Sarwin, when I got told he was cut breaking against Alex,
Yeah.
he must have thought that if he could keep the packs a bit more clustered, there was a bigger chance of winning because he knew he wasn't as power potter as Alex, but clearly it didn't work.
There's a cut break.
I just believe people can sometimes try and change their game too much when it comes to playing a certain person, and at the end of the day, when you're playing the game, it's just 8 balls and a black.
You mean 7?
So, well, the white ball. You're always hitting the white ball.
Oh,
So
okay.
the white ball to me is the key because you've always got to keep it in the right spot.
I reckon Cal gets these.
Do you like how I recovered that really well? Because I did stuff up. I meant 7 balls in black and I said 8. And I just thought I'd just throw the white in there. And I sounded really convincing until I just admitted I stuffed up.
You're the master of CueballTV. I don't want to.
I don't even know why I said 8. Just can't even blame early morning at the moment. It's nearly lunchtime.
8's right if you don't say and the black.
That's why I threw the white in there. It's not a bad shot, that.
All the balls are actually on. If you can get to that back row.
And I like that shot from Alex. He's just decided, you know what, I just played a really loose shot last frame. It cost me the frame.
Mm-hmm.
That was one of those cuts where you could never be 100% sure where the white was going. So he thought, you know what, I'm actually just going to pull my head in a little bit here and use a bit of common sense. A bit more percentage sort of shot. Now, if Kale cans this red to the top corner and goes game, what will then happen is Alex's head will explode and he'll go back to
What
full
a
aggression
shot.
mode.
That's a beautiful shot.
If Kale runs this, Alex will, his head will just pop off its shoulders and he'll go into full aggression mode.
And what does that entail?
That will entail him just belting the crap out of the pack and just blasting everything off the table. It's all a mental thing. These girls are all laughing at me. Now he's okay. His head will remain on its shoulder.
Yeah. Are you a psychologist?
I'm telling you now, I'll promise you anything that if Carl had to run that rack and there was an opportunity to speak to Alex about the safety shot that just cost him the frame, he would have said, nah, I'm just going for it now. I promise you. I'll bet you I can even say it to him at the end of the match. He'll remember that spot after Carl's pot that red, and he's probably thinking straight off, oh God, I've just cost myself a frame by playing a safety. He's a very intelligent guy, Alex.
Yeah. I don't understand why he played his yellow off the red, because now he's put the red next to the black. It's a lot harder to get on the black now.
Yeah, this is really tough.
And like, there's no safety shots either.
No, there really isn't. Putting a yellow in front of the red up there is actually too hard. So once again, he's probably committed. I think leaving the yellow in the middle of the table here is probably his most important ball coming up soon. It's the ball he can use to actually dismount the black, or get on an angle where he can just come off the bottom right and get him behind it, play it top right. Actually, no, top right's not on. So to be top, actually, it doesn't go anywhere, does it?
But he's going to move that red, obviously, in the top left.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Geez, he could lose the white a little bit here. Oh, he's playing the bottom one.
That's a smart shot. So obviously he's going to try and cannon the black.
Yeah, I don't know, because the cannon on the black, you're pushing it towards the red from, like if he's playing it high.
No, I'm thinking leave yourself thin on the middle one, come in and out of the row and get it in the bum.
It's going to depend on this kick out that's coming up. If he clears the pocket well enough and gets a good angle where he can just drop to the bottom cushion and out a bit, he might play it long top left. I think at this point, right now, he's got an idea of what he wants to do, but he's still going to be making up as he goes along a little bit because it's going to depend on where he lands. So, and I think,
Too straight.
Well, I think he's playing for the double now.
Oh, I don't know if that double goes.
If the double doesn't, the Marcus does.
Oh, yeah.
And it's a very gettable Marcus double too, because that red is not in the way on the right side. Oh, he's playing this with heaps of gear. Nah, he's playing for the double.
What gear was that?
It looked like he was loading up. And he just like taps it in. That's probably the softest he's hit a ball all week. I'm not sure if this doubles or not, or whether he's actually playing three cushions.
Oh, what a
great
shot.
And he did a little fist pump / ear scratch. He did that last night in the teams match against us, actually. He went the full fist pump and then just covered it up with the ear scratch. Replay that, Dan. We love a good fist pump / ear scratch.
So you think he's pulling out of it?
He definitely was pulling out of it. He knows the curse of the fist pump.
Yeah, I know all about that too.
You watch. He does it. He does it with absolute expert ability. Watch this. And it's actually worth replaying the shot too, because it's a very good shot.
Oh, okay. You want this shot as well?
Yeah, mate. There we go. So this is worth a look. It's a great pot. Now watch the fist. Yeah, scratch my ear. You gotta have a bit of fun out here as well. You can't just be all serious. Come on, you guys at home, you love that. You love the fist pump / ear scratch.
Seems like Cal goes to the toilet after nearly every frame.
I think they have actually disappeared. He must have the bladder the size of a pea. Oh, actually, was it Alex this time that went, or both?
Both. Actually, every frame Cal's lost, he's done it.
It's a bit weird, isn't it?
Because the last frame he won and he didn't do it.
Oh, Cindy. Not sure what the score is over there. What do you know what it is, Dan?
4-2 Cindy.
4-2 to Cindy.
Oh, Nicole, sorry.
Nicole.
Stubbsy beat.
Nick is
Darren.
6-2 up on Fiona. What's it, race to 7? Yep.
Yeah.
Come on, Jazzy.
Kale's back. 7 all. That was a big black actually, because that was a hill black.
Didn't we just see Cal break with the kick?
Oh, Tasmanians.
That was a frame before.
Okay. I felt like we did that replay last frame.
Come on, Dan, quick. Here we go. Whack. Well, that one might have even got higher. Oh, he's been pretty stiff there. He's actually broken him pretty well. You'll feel sick about that. And this yellow that's closest to the balk line of the 2 on the right, he's going to play that one first, I reckon.
Yes, into the top left pocket.
Yeah.
If he can get the cue ball on the line.
If he plays that, he's got it. I can't believe he's looking at reds.
20 seconds.
He's playing reds, okay.
I like yellows.
I like yellows as well, but... Well, he's undecided. He actually moved that and it just rocked back. Didn't actually move it at all. Well, he's actually going to make reds look pretty easy if he gets his shot transitionally correct. So
The yellow's sort of in your line of the natural angle, so you're going to have to screw it back. So you're coming, toward the black somewhere?
I think if he just picks the gap between the yellow and the red here to the right of it, I think he's just in absolute perfection land. Or he might screw back. Yeah, he screwed back. He's
Yeah,
overplayed it
that's,
though.
that's what I thought. But it's okay, you can roll this in and have distance on that one. He cues the ball pretty well. Are we going to cushion back out or just roll it in?
Depends on the angle. I think you just drop it in.
Would have wanted a little bit further so we had no hampered queuing.
Yeah, I agree. But if anyone can bend their arm in a weird angle, it is Alex Pace.
Let's have a look.
He does have some weird angles, arm bends and stuff.
20 seconds.
Looks fairly normal, really. Good pot. And barring an absolute horrible error or a bad kick, he should go on the hill. Now, I think once this match is done, I'm probably going to stop commentating because the only other match on the stream tables it's got the proper view is Nicole and Fiona, and they're literally like a metre from us, and I don't. And they have actually been hearing us talking when we've been having a bit of a joke because they've laughed a couple of times. So I don't want them hearing any commentary.
I've got breakfast on.
You've got breakfast on?
Yeah.
It's nearly lunch. Brunch.
I don't let time dictate when I have to eat.
Did you just double that, Black?
Yeah, yes, he did.
It's crazy.
No, he landed a little bit weird.
Yeah,
The cut was real thin.
high.
Yeah. Another closed in frame.
This is what I mean. I think that's why matches going slow. The balls aren't exploding on them, or I don't know what they're doing break wise. But so, Alex Pace doesn't want to overcommit and dump the white.
Wonder if he will cut break again because he cut broke last one. I'll just give him
Not
a
when
big
he's
crack and
on
go
the
for it.
white like that. Good
That's
break.
the one.
Wants the whiteboard to bounce.
That's beautiful.
Oh. His
No,
opener is the red. That's thin, or he's got yellow. Oh, this is not awesome.
no opener, eh?
We've
Can
got-
is the plant on? The top right?
Which plant?
Red near the yellow onto the...
Oh, I don't think it is.
Oh, that's a beautiful
What a shot
pot.
that is. Wow, he's actually giving himself a huge chance here. Still a bit to do, but if he can actually get himself on the ball in the right middle. He's actually...
I'm thinking a cannon down there.
He's got the thinker pose going. He, well, I think some kind of cannon needs to happen, but I'm liking getting sort of on the ball line to the cut in the middle and then just cannon the yellow out of the way. But he had the thinker pose going for a sec, and then the light bulb switched on, so he's come up with something. His ideal cannon here is to catch the higher of the two as we see on screen, the yellows, is to catch the right, like the high, like this lower side as we look. And he gets the other yellow as well and opens them up.
Oh, he's fallen short.
He's actually tried to play the shot that I said earlier,
Yeah.
where he's trying to get on that ball line and then stun onto the yellow, and he's just come too short on it.
This is going to be some shot.
See, for me, it's time for him to pull the pin and stop going for balls, and he hasn't meant to pot that. I think personally, I'm 8-7 up. I might have actually played the red and screwed to the bottom rail and tried to just create a bit of a line for the yellow so there's nothing on. So you can just see him in the background, he just shook his head. He's a little disappointed that he didn't get that positional shot. And what's interesting, if that's the start of the match or even midway, like 4-4 or whatever, he's not doing that stuff.
No.
But as the match starts to close in and you get to the business end, everything becomes more critical. KO.
That's no good.
I think he has.
Oh, maybe.
Can Alex get to this on the side rail?
It's tight.
He's joking up. Oh, what an effort. Look at this.
Oh, what a shot.
Well, that's just a bit of good fortune. I do that. If I just get on, you know what, I'm just going to hit this and just going to swerve it aside. I'm like $1.04 to pot his ball. And give 2 and lose the frame.
Okay, I'll try and get a yellow in behind.
He's going to, he's going to do it now. So Nicole Welsh has defeated Fiona Plummer 7-2, and she will win the Australian title this year. And actually Nicole is pretty much playing again almost straight away. She's playing Colby in the final in the plate, I think. Yeah. So she'll have plenty of table time today.
What a shot.
What a great shot. And now he's put Kale in a lot of trouble.
What did Kale play there? I missed that shot.
He played the ball down the rail and missed it.
I think he needed to put that yellow over the hole.
I think he just wanted to get rid of that ball while he was on it.
It doesn't matter, getting the hole's more important.
I didn't expect him to miss that ball down the hole, to be honest. But
Red's a favourite now.
he's a huge favourite now. I'm actually not sure what the plan is here.
You could get into behind the 2 yellows and go game.
Do you think the yellow, they pass anywhere there?
Yeah, I think
the top one passes along the rail.
Yeah. So you play that one first, screw out, and then play the other one in middle of corner.
I'm going to make the call right now that he tries it. If he does try and develop something, it doesn't work out.
I don't think you need to develop anything. So you roll this one in, then you screw that one in and on the right hand side. That's a good angle. See what I mean?
If he gets this out, he deserves it, because this is not easy.
You don't think you can hold the white to not get it?
No, I don't. No, he might be able to soft screw into that area, but I think he would have liked to have been a bit straighter than what he is on this. Now, I think this has got a slightly more angle than what the camera suggests as well. Tell you what, you've made a good call there, mate. You've made a very good call there.
But he's landed halfway Harry.
Yeah, he's got to stun into the yellow now, doesn't he? Try and push it towards the middle.
Don't think you can catch it full.
Or do you think you can drop the one in the middle first and still have an angle to cut the yellow? I think he's going to be a bit,
that's probably the shot.
Square on it. I think he has to stun into the yellow here.
Oh, it's awkward.
He's tried to play it with some control.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah, I think he'll cop that. Well, saying that, all Alex has got to do is clear the red and have a shot on it.
So you're going to screw above it?
I think you do. I think you pick the gap between yellow and red and give yourself a shot on this red. Is he going underneath this?
No,
Sure.
he wouldn't. That's the
Played
shot.
it well. Doesn't want to be on the rail stuck. Well, every chance. And I guess the good part about this as well is he can play this. He doesn't have to force it in or anything like this. He can play it fairly pocket weight. He'll have a decent shot on the black, and if somehow he misses the pot, he'll have the yellow covered. So a lot of good news in this shot. But he just bangs it in like it wasn't even there, gets fat on the black, and this match is about to be potentially over. I thought he was going to be straighter in the middle than that. He may bang this in the corner.
I reckon, from what I've seen him, top corner.
Yeah, he likes to punch balls in.
fist pump with the ear scratch.
Could come. He just smashes it in.
Well played, Alex.
I think if he plays a different state, he might fist pump. He's playing his own mate.
Yeah.
So respect.
All right, guys. I'm heading off.
That was a good
Hope you
match.
enjoyed the matches. And we'll see you.
You back for the plate, mate?
Need breakfast.
You need breakfast. Yeah, we got half an hour. I'll come back for the plate. I'm committed.
I'll see what I do. How?
See you guys.
See how I feel. See you, mate.
Are you been telling them that? Thanks, mate. Cheers. Wait. Well done, Tom. Double up. Was he? Yeah, no.